Mm-mm-mm. Wow, Michael, what's up with you?
Yo,
Bro, what you doing, man? Oh, he got bad service, y'all.
No, I'm in the car. I just got in the car.
What's up, boy?
What's up? What's up?
Man,
What's
hey,
good?
so let's go, man. Tell them what school you coach at, man. For those that don't know.
I'm Coach Bazemore, man. I coach at Shaw University, a Division II school in Raleigh, North Carolina. We compete in the CIAA, home to the world's third biggest conference tournament. That's in Baltimore every year.
Okay. And you played yourself, right?
Yeah, I played myself at 4 years at Winston-Salem State in the CIAA. Just recently got inducted into the Hall of Fame last year at Winston-Salem State. 1,300 points, 1,000 rebounds, played overseas for a year, and then started coaching. This is my
Okay,
7th year
okay.
coaching.
So let's get to this coaching thing real quick. So when you go to these tournaments on your side of the world, because we're on the West Coast over here. But when you go to these the big tournaments out there, what are you looking for?
I mean, obviously, you go looking for one, what your team, needs. Obviously, that's without being said. I don't have to really go into that. But when we talking about recruiting kids, the first thing I'm looking at is how they carry themselves when I first see them. How they carry themselves, if they with their teammates and they not even playing, or once the game start, how they respond to the coach, how they interacting with their teammates, and then secondly, I'm looking at is he playing hard? Is he getting back on defense? Is he at least trying to defend? What type of ways that he's scoring the ball? Is he handling the ball too much? And is it 6, 7, 8, 9 dribbles creates a shot? Just little stuff like that. And then you're gonna also look at in the crowd that you see his parents, how his parents acting, how his parents interacting. All that little stuff to me, because if I'm coming to see you play, then obviously I know you can play basketball already. So I'm looking at all the little stuff, all the intangible stuff to see if you're gonna be a good fit for a program. If are you gonna kill the locker
So
room and all that
when
good
you
stuff.
go and let's say there is a kid that over dribbles, is there a chance you'd be like, what, we can fix that. We can show him the way. Or is it more like, nah, he already stuck in his ways?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we can fix it, and it also depends on who you got on your team. Do you already have one or two guys that over dribble? You don't want to keep adding guys that over dribble. So it's all about team balance. How many people you got on your team that does that? Like I say, for this year in our recruiting class, we kind of looking for a guy that can create his own shot. Because we don't. I don't think we have enough of that. So now, previous to last summer, we had a guy coming back that was ball dominant. So we didn't really need anybody to do that because we already had a guy that can do that. We had a forward that we was gonna go to in ISO situations. So we need more complementary players then. So it's all about your fit and what you want and how he's doing it. If is he doing it every possession? Is his teammates okay with that?
So it's really
Just little
just like
stuff.
you said, fit. Like you're looking whatever you need during that time.
Yeah,
So it's not necessarily
whatever
you would
you
say
need at that
talent
time.
level. It's more of a fit.
It's more of a fit, with
Okay.
talent. You
So
know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah,
If
yeah,
that
yeah.
makes sense. First is gonna be fit. First is always gonna be fit. Like, cause there's no need for me to recruit a guy that I already got on my team. You know what I'm saying? That don't make sense. Then you're gonna create unhappy players, and then you're gonna have a bad locker room. That's gonna be it's not gonna be good.
Yeah.
Hold on, give me 1 second.
Oh, he about to make an order, y'all. I got put on hold with the order.
Nah, nah. I'm picking
But
up.
okay. So what, what would you tell parents uh, if you are a high school player? What would you tell them in a sense of do you say keep doing AAU, or would you
Uh,
say you're going to go to JUCO route anyway? What are some things you like? What would advice you would be to a parent? Because you have a lot of parents that are invested, And I think at first I
Right.
was like, parents need to fall back, but it's kind of hard to fall back if parents are invested 2,500 or more.
Right. I would say keep doing it because, like I said yesterday, it's always good to get live reps. I think live reps, live basketball reps, always makes the player better. So it's always good in that aspect, and there's always coaches coming to see those games. Um, there's always coaches coming to see those games, and like I said yesterday, if I see you your junior summer, and you might be going D1. Okay, I see him. I'm following him. I might reach out to you. I might, just plant a seed and say even if it's a guy I'm recruiting for D2, I might just plant a seed later, and then down the road you go to another Division II school, you go to another Division I school. It doesn't work out. You in the portal, and I'm on the portal. I see your name pop up. I'm like, oh man, we had conversations. I planted the seed. I know this kid. I know who this kid is. Just because that situation didn't work out over there doesn't mean it's not gonna work out at my school. So it's always good to have that exposure because you never know, what coach is gonna be where, when it's your time to hit the portal. You know what I'm saying?
So building those relationships for you is really key because you don't know how that journey is gonna be now, right?
Yeah. Yeah, so I have a guy on my team that I recruited that I saw him. He went to another Division II school. I moved schools, and when he was in the portal, I grabbed him up. And then I'm recruiting a guy now. He went JUCO. He went to a Division II school, had great numbers. Left that D2 school, went to another D2 school. It didn't work out for him, and then I'm about to snatch him up. So it's just about, planting that seed, like you said. It's always good for exposure. AAU.
Gotcha. Okay, and then can you talk about when as a coach what you're looking for in order? So portal.
Yeah. So our order is portal, JUCO, prep, and then high school. So, and then also that order is also, like I said earlier, is about fit. So how many guys in that position do we have that's older? If I got a senior point guard and a senior small and a senior shooting guard, then we probably gonna try to go prep or high school just so he can come in, kind of learn, sit, or maybe play a little bit. But we got a senior in front of him that's playing, and we got a younger guy that's gonna follow him up after that. You know what I'm saying? But just in an overview, we look in portal, we look in JUCO, we look in prep, and then we look in high school. I was recruiting a kid, high school kid that's probably gonna be Division I. We told him flat out, man, hey, just come here, do a year or two here, get your numbers, and then we'll help you go Division I if that's your goal. So that's kind of how we kind of recruit now. If you want, guys that's gonna help you win in your program, like you got to kind of overreach. And then you just tell her, like, you got to put that in the pitch now because that's what kids want to do. So you got to adjust with the times. You know what I'm saying? Kids ain't really want to stand 3-4 years at a school no more if they can help it. So you got to kind of adjust with the times. And, that particular kid, he didn't go JUCO or another school. He went to a prep school so he can keep his eligibility, which was smart. Like I told him, that's smart. I didn't even think about that option. So that was smart when he told me that. And he's probably going to end up Division I. But like I said, if it don't work out at that level, then I'll be around. I might go to another school or I might be at the same school and I'll be around to snatch them up. So, it's all about planting that seed. I might can get them on the
like you said, times have changed. So I think that's super dope what you just said. Like, I'll come D2 and then I'm going to help you get to the D1. I'll help you like that. I think that right there is something we need to see more of people helping each other instead of worrying so much about their own individual program or whatever the case may be. But
yeah. I mean, I'm always for the kid because I got a daughter, and I want her coaches to be like for her too. So whatever helps the kid, that's what it's about. That's why I'm into coaching because if it wasn't for my coach snatching me up out of a small city, small town, I wouldn't be where I am now. And however I can help the kid, whatever that may look like, that's what I want to do. Now, and that's not every coach, unfortunately. So that's just what I hang my head on when I go to work every day, just helping the kid in whichever way that he wants to,
Is
be
it
helped.
easier for a player to go from a D2 to the portal and then get picked up by a D1, or D1 to the portal and go back D1? Are you seeing it? Like, what are you seeing?
Yeah, it's always gonna be D1 to D1 because they played on that level. But I will tell you, like, over the course since the season ended, man, we got coaches from all leagues. I mean, A10, ACC, MEAC, SWAC, all from high majors to low major, and calling us to ask who the best kids in our conference. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was telling. Like I told you, I was recruiting that one D1 kid. That's what I was trying to tell him. Like, hey man, his coach is calling us, asking us who the best freshman, who
Mm.
the best sophomore, who the best guy with a year left. You know what I'm saying? Asking us who the best guys that we played against. You know, not only in our conference, but other D2s that we played against, just to kind of get that kid that already played at whichever level that they played on. So I always think it's best to at least try to go to a full year, and try to hit the portal then if you can. I mean, that's kind of what I recommend to any high school kid. If you can get to a full year, whether it's D2 or D1, and then hit the portal again, I mean, that's fine too. So,
So
and then JUCO
when
is
you got
yeah.
players transferring like that, is there like grades gonna transfer over? Because some schools, like when you transfer, or not all your
That's
classes go with you.
yeah. I mean, that's another issue. I don't know if you've been keeping up. Like Michigan had that problem with Caleb Love last year. They had the problem with John L. Davis, the kid from Florida Atlantic. Like they couldn't get into Michigan. I mean, so that's also an issue that the kids just got to be smart with and kind of understand that. Hey, man, like first of all, you got to be eligible. So with the new transfer rule, the rule states that you can transfer anywhere and play immediately, but you have to transfer in eligible. So if you ineligible at that previous school and you try to transfer,
So,
you're not going
so
to be
yeah,
able to play immediately. You have to be
let's
eligible
talk
to
about
at
that.
the
So
school.
during season, they can transfer during season, like in November, and then go to a different school and play.
I don't know about that per se because I haven't ran into that situation. I know you can hit the portal and you can hit the portal in November. You know what I'm saying? Or whenever it opens. And then you can sit and then you can transfer that next year. I don't know about if you can hit because no, matter of fact, that's a no because
Okay,
the portal opens at a
got you. Okay, I
certain
was making
time.
sure. 'Cause I read that
So,
and I was like,
so that deads all that. That deads
so
all
they're
that. That's my
saying,
fault.
as soon as you transfer that, you same. So if, like a player plays with you, then they transfer there. They could play immediately, no matter what conference they transfer. They could play. They're good to
Yeah,
go.
yeah, the next year,
Gotcha.
the following year. What I say immediately, I'm talking about following year because the old transfer rule was sit out a year or whatever. That's no longer that. You can transfer and play immediately if you're ineligible
Or
that following year.
at the
I
D2
mean,
level at your school, they have NIL deals too, or is it just scholarship?
we haven't reached the point where we haven't reached the point where we got NILs. It's always a situation where we can, trying to work with different companies and people to, try to get a collective, but we haven't reached that level yet. Um, and I don't know if it's attainable or anything, but we're
So you
working
would
on it.
say that's
I
mainly
will say.
just a D1 thing then?
Yeah, the NIL is mainly D1 right now, which it may trickle down to D2 in a few years.
You
You
guys
never know.
give out full rides?
Yeah, we give out full rides. Now at Division 2, our full rides looks a little different. It's not all athletic money. We're gonna combine it with your federal money and your if you're an in-state kid for us, you get North Carolina money too as well. So our school is 26,000. Your federal money is like 13, 14 if you full Pell. So that'll cut it to 12, and then you might get 3, 4, 5, 3 to 5 more thousand. That might cut it to 6 or 7 thousand a year, and then we'll come and put the rest in athletic money, the other 6 or 7 thousand on it to get you to where you don't have
All
to
right,
pay
so
anything. There's no loans. It's just it's
yeah,
grants and it's
yeah.
grants and then scholarship
Okay,
money.
so
So no
then a
loans.
player comes to you, they play that first year, and they want to transfer. How important is talking to the counselor about like what classes they have to take to transfer so they can be eligible to transfer and be eligible to play immediately?
Um, I mean that's gonna be difficult because you don't know what classes that other school takes. So as long as you passing and you got the 2.0 and you got the 24 hours, um, meaning progress towards degree. So you have to have 24 hours in a year to be eligible for that next year, and you have to have a 2.0. So as long as you're meeting the NCAA eligibility requirements, then you should be good. Now, as far as your classes transferring, you might have to take a couple of summer classes to get you back on track to to graduate in 3-4 years. But as far as being eligible, you just need to meet those
How
requirements.
important you think a degree is?
You know, it's always what you want to do with life. You know, if you feel like you going pro for your career, then you know that's cool. Then you may not need a degree, but you know, especially now, you know, it's always good to have something to fall back on. You know, I have 2 degrees, but you know, I didn't play professionally for years either. So it's all about what you value, man. I with that answer, you know, it's 2024. It's a lot of trades and stuff you can do out here, internet stuff you can do. So a degree is kind of, you know, not, I ain't gonna say not as important, but not as, you know, needed now to be successful, to say. So it's all about what you value, man. I ain't gonna put no, oh, you need to have a good degree on that, because I don't necessarily believe
Because
that.
if I could go back in time,
So
I would have, after I got done playing, I would have tried to get my master's and enjoy the coaching staff. You guys got
yeah,
players that do that?
for sure. Uh, yeah, we have one player on staff now that's probably gonna do that. You know, I'm like you though. If I could go back in time when I finished up my 1 year in Spain, I would have been a GA on a Division I staff. But I didn't do that. You know, but I still got into coaching at the NCAA level within the next year. But you know, that route to being a GA to a D1 assistant and all of that, that's been the most successful
Yeah,
route.
because I think that, especially
But you know,
especially if
it's
you
all
want to
about
coach, I think that route is going to help you the most because you're already part of a program and you can put that on your resume and you get your master's.
right.
So it just helps. It is you're building that up, that resume up. But I won't take too much of your time, brother. I
Yeah.
appreciate you. That was a lot of knowledge. I'm definitely gonna post this. I can't wait till you come back.
Yep.
Hey, every time I close up, I gotta tell everybody. Remember that one time I did cross you though. Hey, I got the footage, y'all. Did I put you in the
So
blender?
you scored
But
1
that
out of
one time
14
was
times.
Kyrie though.
And I had the freaking guard Brandon Jennings in between, so it's
What are
like
you talking
I was
about?
overloaded.
I had to guard you. I had to guard your brother and Brandon Jennings.
All right, I ain't worried about Kent or you.
Hey,
I'm talking
Brandon
about
Jennings.
Brandon Jennings.
Hey, he put us in the blender. He put us in the blender.
Guard, guarding you and Kent is like
I don't know
guarding my daughter.
about that
That's
because,
easy.
brother, if I post that, if you don't let me post it, I hate to say woo woo. Hey, your
Post it.
legs, your
That's
legs were
fine.
corresponding and everything.
That's fine. I'm good with that. 1 for 14.
All
I'm
right,
going home and sleep in my
brother.
bed
But
too.
hey, I can't wait till you get out here, man. Appreciate you.
Yeah, I'll
All
be
right,
out
boy.
there next month. We'll holler.